what advice do you have for the students here in this room?
So we can all, I guess, only speak from our own experience. Yep. One of the things I find is when I ask people for advice, often what they tell me is, do a version of what I did. So I'm trying to resist that impulse. But, on some level, we only know what we know. I'd say two things that I think could be really meaningful. One is get as much experience, I kind of hate this phrase, in the field as you can. Too few policy people have actually seen what policy looks like to the people who are on the other end of policy thousands of miles away. I don't have even a fraction of Christian's experience in this regard, but I started my career as a journalist almost entirely in conflict zones, including in Gaza, including in Israel, Lebanon, Russia, Georgia, and Iraq, principally, where I lived for a couple years. And I bring those experiences into literally every issue that we take up in a room that has no windows, when I don't have the luxury of being able to actually talk to people out in the world who are experiencing U.S. policy firsthand. So get as much of that as you can before you go into policy. Mm-hmm. It is one thing to be able to digest, understand, describe a situation of massive complexity. And that is a core skill set for a journalist, core skill set for a policymaker. But to be a policymaker who actually adds value, you have to take it one step further and diagnose, not just diagnose, prescribe what the government should do about that problem. And that I found extremely challenging at first. It can only, I think, really be born of experience through which you gain judgment. But you will not be great at these roles until and unless you actually know what the country, what the institution you work for should do about the problems, not just admire them. Mm-hmm.